guys, AniCrunch here, and we're back with a brand new series, and that is Sherlock, which is technically replacing the Hannibal. I didn't realise how long the episodes were, so I didn't do it last week, so I started this week, an hour and 30, so these are chunky episodes. Yeah, it should be okay. No, I look forward to checking this out. Like I say, I've never watched it, I've heard good things. I've just never had any interest in watching it, so yeah, I didn't realise there's only 3 episodes a season as well, so it's nice. It's a long show because the episodes are quite long, but it's not per se. But no, I look forward to see if this is actually going to be any good or not. I'll give it a season and see if I like it. I'm going to check out the first season. Like I say, I won't just keep watching the show for the sake of watching it because it won a poll, but I will try it out for a season, see if I like it, and then I'll continue watching it. But no, I'm curious to see how this is going to go, see how much I enjoy it. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoy the action. Leave a like, subscribe. I'm very interested. I'm just like, I don't know that much about the Sherlock series. Or the Sherlock in general, to be fair. I watched the ones with Robert Downey Jr. in. Some PTSD to start off.
We found yet, but we're looking for it. There has to be one.
You can see why. It just seems a bit sus. Wrong. What?
You've all got
It's a frightening time for people, but all anyone has to do is
He's not doing well in this interview.
precautions. We are all as safe as we want to. Thank you.
Is that Sherlock messaging?
You've got to stop him doing that. It's making us look like idiots.
Yeah.
If you can tell me how he does it, I'll stop it.
I think it's Sherlock's doing it for the bands because he knows better. He's figured it out.
Maybe later, when you're
You're
finished.
wearing lipstick. You weren't wearing lipstick before.
I refreshed it a bit.
Sorry, you were saying?
I was wondering if you'd like to have coffee.
Black, 2 sugars, please. I'll be upstairs.
Okay.
Bants. Rejected.
Into the lipstick.
It wasn't working for me.
Really? I thought it was a big improvement. Mouth's too small.
Oh, fucking hell. This poor.
How do you feel about the violin? Baker Street. Afternoon.
Interesting version of what's it say? I've read the Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn series. The second half is like a Wax and Sherlock sort of series. The books, it's pretty fun. Wax and Wayne, that one's called.
Different this time.
A fourth?
Where?
Brixton, Lauriston Gardens.
Doing these super intelligent characters. They can either come off really bad or really good, depends how they're written, so I'm curious to see how they're going to handle them.
Will you come?
Dear, I'm not your housekeeper.
A couple of biscuits too, if you've got them.
Not your housekeeper.
You're a doctor. In fact, you're an army doctor.
So you're my new assistant.
Any good?
Very good.
Seen a lot of injuries then. Violent deaths.
Yes.
Bit of trouble too, I bet.
Teammate.
Enough for a lifetime. Far too much.
Want to see some more?
Oh, God, yes.
Sorry, Mrs. Hudson, I'll skip the tea. Off out.
Both of you?
Possible suicides. 4 of them. There's no point sitting at home when there's finally something fun going on. Mwah!
Look at you all happy. It's not decent.
Who cares about decent? The game, Mrs. Hudson, is
We're picked to
on.
London, it's a good city. You want investigations? What I actually want to see him deal with is just a bunch of chavs. This is what I want from this show, is just Sherlock dealing with chavs.
This model's only 6 months old. Marriage in trouble then. 6 months on, he's just given it away. If she'd left him, he would have kept it. People do sentiment, but no, he wanted rid of it. He left her. He gave the phone to you. That says he wants you to stay in touch.
The first bit, I'm like, fair play. The whole after the Afghanistan stuff. This bit is a bit of a stretch, but I guess he is a super intelligent
You're not
character.
going to your brother for help. Says you got problems with him. Maybe you liked his wife.
I find super smart characters tricky because it's like they can be really interesting, fascinating when they're done well, but then they can be a bit unrealistic sometimes. But it depends what the sort of show's going for. But it is Sherlock Holmes, so it's like.
But his hands are shaking. You never see those marks on his.
That was amazing.
The OP. Man's got a superpower.
You think so?
Of course it was. It was extraordinary. It was quite extraordinary.
It's not what people normally say.
What do people normally say?
Piss off.
Yeah.
Supposed to be doing here? Sister. Seriously, what am I doing here?
Always something.
Always something. At least he's not fucking like. He gets some things wrong, I guess.
Would it be better if I just waited?
No.
Nope.
Freaks here, bringing him in.
Freaks here.
I think it just vaporized. May I go in?
Now, look, whatever you're trying to imply...
I'm not implying anything. I'm sure Sally came round for a nice little chat and just happened to stay over. And I assume she scrubbed your floors, going by the state of her knees.
Wow. Talk about getting people to like you.
Wear one of these. Who's this?
He's with me.
But who is he?
I said he's with me.
I love how they just accept it.
Rache, German for revenge. She could be trying to tell us
Yes,
something.
thank you for your input.
German.
Well, she's not.
Oh, do as he says, help yourself.
He just gave up now. He's just like, fuck it.
So, where has there been heavy rain and strong wind within the radius of that travel time? Cardiff. It's fantastic. Do you know you do that out loud? Shut up. Fine.
Why do you keep saying suitcase?
Yes, where is it? She must have had a phone or an organizer. Find out who Rachel is.
She was writing Rachel.
No, she was leaving an angry note in German. Of course she was writing Rachel. The question is, why did
I
she
thought
wait till
Rachel
she
when I
was
first
dying
saw
to
it.
write it?
How do you know she had a suitcase?
Back of her right leg, tiny splash marks on the heel and calf, not present on the left. She was dragging a wheeled suitcase behind her with her right hand. Don't get that splash pattern any other way. Smallish case, going by this spread.
Fucking
Guess
hell.
that size, given this clothes conscious, could only be an overnight bag, so we know she was staying one night.
No, sir, there's no case.
But they take the poison themselves. They chew, swallow the pills themselves. There are clear signs. Even you lot couldn't miss them.
Right, yeah, thanks. And?
It's murder. All of them. I don't know how. They're not suicides. They're killings. Serial killings. We got ourselves a serial killer. I love those. There's always something.
I love those. There's something to look forward to. Mate, you would love it in Hannibal Worse. I bet there's a fan fiction about Hannibal and Sherlock.
Took her case. So the killer must have driven her here.
Well, that'd be actually quite an interesting, fun show.
She could have checked into a hotel, left her case.
So Hannibal's realistically smart. Sherlock's the unrealistic kind of smart.
He's a psychopath. Psychopaths get bored.
Donovan?
At least he's entertaining himself another way.
Stay away from Sherlock Holmes.
She didn't say sociopath though, so the guy's got hope. Good old creepy phone booths. I wonder how many are left in the UK now. You don't see them anywhere now. It's very rare.
Sort of Fred, but I'm sure your situation is quite clear to you.
I've been so creeped out. Like, what the fuck, man? Have I got myself into?
Continue your association with Sherlock Holmes? I could be wrong, but I think that's none of
Ooh, Watson's got a sharp tongue.
If your hand is perfectly steady. You're not haunted by the war, Dr. Watson. You miss it.
Ooh, interesting.
Welcome back.
Oh, this man's he should take a job in therapy, I think.
Time to choose a side, Dr. Watson.
So yeah, I probably can accept the over the top Sherlock being smart thing if the villain's over the top smart crap. It just works then. It gives it that sort of like charm.
I have to take you home.
Which one?
You're our enemy. According to him, do people have arch enemies?
Did he offer you money to spy on me?
Yes.
Did you take it?
No.
Pity we could have split the fee. Think it through next time.
Think it through next time. That's just fair. We both need money. That guy's working for free, mate. We're sure just working for free, ain't he?
That was... Hang on.
Oh, that's funny.
Wasn't that the dead man?
That's the report. Enter the number.
It's been the first thing I think of, to be fair.
Done it?
Yet, hang
Nothing. But for this man, I'd have gone to prison.
You did go to prison.
I get a candle for the table. Small romantic.
Not his date.
You may as well eat. We might have a long wait.
Really set the mood. I don't know, you're on a romantic date right now. Nothing better than doing a stalk case together.
I think you should know that I consider myself married to my work, and while I'm flattered by your interest, I'm really not looking for anything.
No, I'm not asking. No. I'm just saying. It's all.
They're just doing that, getting that shipping stuff in there, you know.
Good.
The fan fictions were born on that line. This is where the story changes in the fan fictions. What if Hannibal? What if Sherlock accepted his romantic approach?
Sorry.
Now, what if the adrenaline's making so he can run on his leg?
All day, you wouldn't find anything you could call recreation.
John, you probably want to shut up now.
Yeah, but come on. No.
What?
You.
Shut up.
Shut up.
No, Anderson's my sniffer dog. What? Anderson, what
Fuck you, Anderson. Fuck Anderson.
They all did. They're not strictly speaking.
Why would she do that? Why?
Why would she think of her daughter in her last moments? Yup, sociopath. Doing it now.
She didn't think about it.
Fucking Anderson.
With her fingernails. She was done.
Anderson's
It took
balance.
effort. It would have hurt.
Soothers.
Shut up, everybody! Shut up! Don't move, don't speak, don't breathe. I'm trying to think. Anderson, face the other way. You're putting me off.
My face is.
Yes.
Everybody quiet and still. Anderson, turn your back.
Oh, for God's sake.
Get back now, please.
Anderson, get wrecked, Anderson. Sit down.
So we can read her emails. So what?
Anderson, don't talk out loud. You lower the IQ of the whole street. Just read her emails.
Mate, the putting in of Anderson, I approve.
Please get vehicles. Get out. We're going to have to move fast. This phone battery won't
Oh,
last
who's that?
longer.
We'll just have a map reference, not a map.
To start?
He's right behind you.
No, is it tough for just anyone in London? It's first problem.
He's behind you.
Sherlock.
Where is it quickly? Where?
Behind you.
Here, it's in
It's behind the old lady. The cab driver. Ah.
Who hunts in the middle of a crowd?
Clever. Yeah, I like that.
The coppers now, I'll promise you one thing. I will never tell you what I said.
Ooh. Ooh.
No one else will die, though, and I believe they call that a result.
And you won't ever understand how those people died.
And that would bother him even more.
What kind of result do you care about?
Triple plus. Still just chance.
4 people in a row, it's not chance.
Luck.
It's genius. I know how people think. I know how people think I think.
It's just equivalent of going playing rock, paper, scissors and then telling the person you're going to go one way. And then am I bluffing? Am I triple bluffing? You could have just played that, bro. You could have done it the easy way. Like, I'm always going to go rock. Surprisingly, it always works.
Either way, you're...
You see? It's nicer than you think.
Let's sponsor a serial killer.
You'd be a fan of Sherlock Holmes. You're not the only one to enjoy a good murder. There's others out there just like you, except you're just a man. And there's so much more than that.
What do you mean? More than a man. An organisation.
I like this conversation. It's quite fun.
There's the name no one said.
Voldemort.
And I'm not going to say either. Now, enough chatter. Time to choose.
Sherlock?
I assume he's going to win the game a chance.
What if I don't choose either?
Oh yeah, here we
I could
go.
Just walk out of here.
Ah, there we go. That's where the gun comes handy.
You can take a 50-50 chance. Or I can...
Talk about egging him into it.
Clever enough to bet your life.
He loves this.
But what's the point of being clever if you can't prove it? Still the addict. But this...
I like this interesting character. There. The life or death situation.
You do anything. Anything at all to stop being bored. You're not bored now, are you? Nico.
Oh, nice shot. Couldn't he be charged for murder for that though? Because he's not supposed to have a gun. Oh, he runs away.
Nerves of steel. Actually, do you know what? Ignore me.
Sorry?
Ignore all of that. It's just the shock talking.
Where are you going?
I just need to talk about...
I love how it took him a minute to click though.
I'm in shock. Look, I've got a blanket.
I've got a blanket.
But he wasn't a very nice man.
No, he wasn't.
You know, frankly, a bloody awful cabbie.
Hey.
That's true. He was a bad.
I kind of like the dynamic. It's fun.
Biding my time. You turn up.
He didn't. That's how you get your kicks, isn't it? You risk your life to prove you're clever.
Why would I do that?
Because you're an idiot.
Dinner.
Starving.
And the Baker Street. There's a good Chinese stays open.
I like that. That was a good line.
Tell the good Chinese back something.
Hey, arch enemy.
That's
And Anderson. Anderson's the true arch enemy of Sherlock.
I know exactly who that is.
me.
I upset her. Me.
They're
It wasn't me
related.
that upset her, Mycroft.
No, wait. Mummy, who's mummy?
Mother, our mother.
What a twist. The biggest twist of the show. God, that's why I wanted to steal his money.
And Dr. Watson.
Oh, that was a fun start. I had my reservations, like because super smart characters where they're just unrealistically smart, but I think the show knows it, so it's like it makes it doesn't make it as bad. And obviously it's Sherlock, so it's sort of got that name tied to it of being like super smart, so I can get by that. But I actually thought the banter between Sherlock and Watson was actually pretty funny. I like dialogue between them. I think like there was a few little twists like that guy being his brother, so it's got fun vibes to it. So I don't think the show takes itself as seriously, which is good. I think the show would have hurt itself if it took itself too seriously, and I would have been like a bit out of it. But I think they've taken themselves seriously, just the perfect amount. Definitely fun. Like I said, just like the conversations were pretty fun. I think like top conversation there was one at the end, obviously, and then the one with the cab driver was actually quite fun. A very fun conversation. Done pretty well, and I thought the crime was pretty leaves enough clues where you could solve stuff yourself. But then I'm also like the whole like laptop and Rachel stuff you wouldn't have probably guessed, which is pretty interesting. But though I guess the password, the link makes sense, and the link sort of makes sense just in sort of like a superhero power way. But again, it is Sherlock. He's meant to be a super detective, so that also I guess it sort of works with that as well. No, overall, I just enjoyed the episode. I thought it was just like nicely paced. Didn't really feel boring. Didn't really drag either, which was quite nice. Like this could have easily dragged because it's an hour and a half. Like, my biggest problem with Peaky Blinders, for example, is that the episodes dragged. There was too much padding in an episode. Like there would be a lot of storylines where it leads nowhere. Because there's only 3 episodes a season, I think it's going to be quite well paced. Like my problem with Peaky Blinders was there'd be like 4 storylines which would lead nowhere. It was just to fill time, and you could really feel it. Whereas I didn't really feel this with this episode. So I look forward to see where it goes, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. That's Captain. Peace, guys. As always, massively appreciate it. I'll put a playlist below along with a best video for you. You can also follow me at AniCrunch_gaming on Twitch if you want to ask me questions about shows, as I stream there every 2 days or so. And make sure to check out Patreon if you want the early access and unedited reactions. And once again, thank you so much for watching.